So, welcome here to my channel, Experience This Ish with Raw. Today, I'm going to talk about the first chapter of my book, and my book is called From Stuck to Free. And it's a simple guide to shifting your mindset, creating your dream reality. So, in the first chapter, we're going to talk about what's within creates your reality. And let me go to the part of why I even named that chapter, that title. And I named it that title because it is true. What is within creates your reality. Meaning that whatever you think consistently, what are you perpetuating into your reality, or what you're thinking, feeling, is going to happen. Sometimes, in this case, if it does happen, it's because of your mindset. So let's say if you woke up today and you felt like, you know, this day wasn't going to be the best day. Like you're not. You're just pretty much creating this conversation in your head right now. You're like, this day's going to suck. It's not going to be great at all. You know? And what you're doing is now that you're now building momentum in a conversation with yourself of saying, this day is just not going to be great. So guess what's going to happen? It's going to build more momentum towards different things happening and occurring in your day to why it isn't great because that's what you said to yourself in the first place when you woke up in the rising. So an example would be would a go continue from that example from I'm waking up and day isn't great. And the next part would be um oh snaps, like I just stubbed my toe. Ow. This day I told you this day wouldn't be great. You perpetuating this conversation with you. You might um catch a flat tire next. You're like, I told you this day wasn't going to be great. You constantly watch something else going to happen. Then you get the tire fixed. Okay, great. Now you got the tire fixed. And now you're stuck in a traffic jam. So now the energy is now there at that mark with you. Like, are you going to continue saying this day isn't great because you're in a traffic jam? Or are you going to change shift your perception? No, you don't do that. Instead, you continue saying, I'm stuck in traffic, and now you're angry, you're upset, you're frustrated, and you're becoming more furious because you perpetuated and you continue to make that conversation a reality for you. You are so powerful that you create things in your reality, in your mindset, to the point where you can't even come up with a positive solution for yourself. Every solution to you is it's going to be negative. So, as you're in this traffic jam, a way that can help with shifting your mindset is that you recenter yourself within yourself and breathe. And then you tell yourself a brand new story. And the brand new story can be, "Ooh, this is happening for a good reason. This is happening for me, for my highest good. This is to slow me down. Why is this traffic jam happening to slow me down?" And instantly, it will start showing you what's going on within your mind, why this traffic is slowing you down right now. So you want to reach that state of neutrality so that you can understand what's going on. And it may push you back to, oh, because today when I got up, I thought I wasn't going to have a good day. Now, if you flip the narrative and you start off your day saying, I'm going to have a good day, it says it's going to be amazing. You felt to have an amazing day, right? You don't stub your toe. You're just walking around, you're still having a great day. You're still having a great day. In fact, instead of your toe getting stubbed, you get a message from somebody congratulating you for something. Today's already great. Somebody can message you saying thank you for something that you've done. You didn't even know you're gonna get thank you. So you continue off on that upward spiral. You wanna want to be on the highest, that highest part of that you can be, that highest vibrational energy, the highest statement within you. Just saying, oh, I'm going to have a great day. You want to stay up there. That's how your whole day is going to play out. It's just going to be good. But let's say your day is still great. You don't have a flat tire. You're driving, but traffic does happen as well. So your day is great. You're in traffic. Well, you're still so, since you're such in a high vibrational standpoint with yourself right now, there's no lower you can go. You can go higher. So as you keep going higher, you're like, you know what, this is happening for a reason. There's probably something up there that could have caused me trouble. It's probably something that's at work right now that I'm not supposed to be at, or at my destination right now that I'm trying to reach, that is probably protecting me. Because something could have just happened up there and I could have been a part of it if I was trying to get there in a hurry. If I was trying to rush and get there. So in this case, you could view this as divine protection. I'm protected. Snap. Okay, well, this is happening for a reason. Oh, okay. Okay, since this traffic jam is happening, take advantage of it. Okay, well, since things slow down, I can like kind of talk to myself a little bit. You can take advantage of that moment and just talk positive about yourself. I feel like it's the simplest actions that you can do. Simply, it's so simple, but it's not simple because this reality has taught, this system, this matrix has taught people, programmed people to believe nothing good can happen for them. To believe that they have to think that since something bad is happening, it's going to keep happening or more bad will come. This system wants you to perpetuate. This system wants you to stay in a box that they put you in because they hope that you believe in what you're seeing more than what your intuition is guiding you towards. They don't want you to believe in your intuition. They want you to believe in what the matrix is showing you. But what the matrix is showing you isn't real. So one of the parts in the book I talked about was is that you want to become aware of what's going on internally, what's going on within yourself that's preventing you from enjoying and having a good time in each and every moment in the now. You're in the now, but you want to enjoy each present moment. You can't. Why? So you now can choose. You can choose this. Now, a lot of us in the world, we haven't, in this matrix, we are not taught to make our own decisions. The matrix is out here to program you to make decisions based off the matrix, not off your own perception and your own intuition. That's how they trick you, or that's how they can trick you if you allow it. Definitely tricked me. It's definitely tricked me a lot. So as you look internally, you have to decide to look internally. Look internally and see what's going on. And a lot of this is done while meditating or just sitting quietly in a space alone. Just sit by yourself and then just kind of allow your mind to show you what's going on. And if there's chaos going on in your mind, you sit down, there's chaos and mental peace, guess what? That's showing you what's going on inside of you. And the questions you should really be asking versus questions like, why is this happening to me? Or you being frustrated, you're choosing to be frustrated, but you're not choosing to be happy. Or you're not choosing to understand why you're not happy. That's why a lot of people have a hard time with doing stuff on their own. That's why a lot of people have a hard time with thinking that they need something from someone else when they have everything within them. It's because you have to clear out things within yourself first. You have to start there. That's why a lot of people have a hard time trying to work together. It's because you have your own personal things and issues within yourself that you haven't worked on. Now, don't get me wrong. You did come here to experience. You came here to experience this reality that you're in. You came here to experience being on Earth. Since you came here to learn how to be on earth, it means you also came here to learn how to communicate with other people and learn how to understand yourself so that you can be on your divine path and your divine alignment. But distraction or the main reason why you were out of alignment. So the best way to get back into alignment is to center yourself. And the way you center yourself is just how I was just saying, is to go ahead and get by yourself or meditate. And the next step you want to do is start to breathe to regulate your nervous system. You want to regulate your nervous system as you're breathing. Because a lot of times, I don't think a lot of people notice this, that when something happens, when they get angry, aggravated, or anything like that, they forget all about the simplest thing to do, which is breathe. You have to breathe through these things. These challenges are going to happen in your life, and it's going to require you to know how to center and ground yourself. So let's get to the next part of this. So as you go internally into yourself, what I mean by that is that you want to look at how your mind is, what your mind is doing, what is happening in your mind. And then you want to look into your heart and see what your heart is doing. And then you want to make sure that you are communicating, connecting with yourself. So, because your soul is where your intuition is connected to, it tells you exactly where you are supposed to go. It tells you exactly what you need to do. It tells you exactly who you are. It confirms you, but it goes into battle with you when your mind is so distracted on other things and your heart hasn't healed from certain things that it was hurt from. And it actually helps you regulate your nervous system because your body has been through things as well. Some parts of your body, some parts of your nervous system have been through things. So you want to look inside, and you want to see where that program was put into your mind at. Because again, your mind is only supposed to be the towards you. It's not supposed to think for you. You already have the answers given to you from your soul. Your soul is connected to the higher mind, to God's source, universe. That's your intuition. It already tells you exactly what your next steps are. It already tells exactly what you do. It's up to you to tap into it. That's why I'm like, people have way more power. Energetic beings have way more power than you even realize. Like, my life, my reality has shifted so many times, and so many miracles have happened. And I was absolutely scared, frightened so many times, but as I started to ground myself more and more, it helped me realize that, Rachel, you have way more power. Wow, you have way more power than you let yourself. So as you go in, you search for it. So let's say the program that was put into your mind was hurry up, move faster, hurry up, hurry up. So let's say if that was the program that was installed into your mind. And let's say it started when let's say it started with your first job. Let's just say that. Okay. And at your first job, you are like, okay, I want to be the best. You're already starting off with something. I want to be the best that I can. Because all of us strive to be a better version of ourselves. At least, the ones who really want that person. So let's say if you're that person. And you get to this job. And this job is like you're in your teens. Okay, so you're dipping your feet in the water, you just learning about life. In a sense, because you're just working your first job. And you get there, and they're like, okay, well, you have to do this, you have to do this, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that. And you gotta make sure it's done, and make sure you're on the time, make sure you're not on your phone, you know. And you're like, okay, okay, okay. So you get all that done, and you rush and rush. And then they come back in, and it's like, oh, you still gotta look like you're doing something. So you gotta keep moving, doing. Hurry, hurry, make sure that before everybody comes in, before everyone comes in here to buy anything out of here, make sure you hurry, hurry, rush, rush, and do that. So this whole time, You learn to hurry up, move quickly, move faster at a place. And you just rush, hurry. Because now that's been installed into your mind. You're like, at this job, I have to move faster and hurry up and get things done faster before this happens. Or else it will be something that's not. Or it's going to create some type of chaos, right? So let's say if you're a factory worker and at that job, they're saying, hurry up, because factory worker, that's pretty much a fast-paced job for mostly that I know of. And your boss is saying those same words to you. This factory job, you're hurrying up. But when you're in the midst of trying to rush and move faster, hurry, all this stuff going on, you mess around, and start making mistakes. You have to you have the possibility of going around making mistakes. So you drop some equipment on the ground, you break something by accident. You like, dang, and then now you just want to take a step back, sit down, and just be like, what the heck? Okay. Can I take a break? No, you can't take a break. What kind of job is this? Can you take a break? I'm hoping to raise a step up. Supervisor calls you into the office and complains to you, saying that you're moving too fast. I mean, you're not moving fast enough. It complains to you that that you have to move faster, but you also have to be accurate as you move fast. So now you're like, what? I thought I was supposed to have training. And even in the training, it was difficult. Now, in this case scenario, if you work at this factory job and they're constantly wanting you to move faster, you start to learn something that this is too much. And now you're creating this momentum in your mind of this is too much. This is too much. I can't do this. Um, I have to move. Like, okay, whatever. I'll try to do it their way. You're having this conversation with yourself, and now you're having a conversation that kind of drifts off into the direction that they want you to go. That they need me to move faster. They need me to work harder. They need me to be more. They need me. They need me. It goes off to that. And when you say those statements like that, that is now turned into the people pleasing mode. So when you begin to people please in that way, of okay, I have to find a way to move faster. I have to find a way to be the best. I have to find a way to get this done. I don't want to let them down. And that is something that's shocking your nervous system. It's it's changing you when you move like that. So sometimes, well, in this case, you have to find a way to shift your reality because now after doing this, well, let's say you do this for about 3 months now, 3 months here. I mean, your nervous system is wrecked up, but now you know that you probably need to leave because this isn't working out. And you're like, man, if I keep doing this, it's going to jack up my nervous system more and more. You're probably not even thinking about your nervous system. You're just thinking about, man, I am super tired and this is not good for my body. So as this is happening, what's playing outside of you right now is that your work environment is mirroring how you feel within yourself. And this probably actually truly started, not even with this job. It probably started in a past environment that you were in. It could be when you grew up in, when that you were around at school. It could have been anywhere before that first job happened to where it made you feel like you had to rush and hurry up. It could have even been someone passing in your life. And you're like, man, I have to hurry up and get like together. It could be things like that that's going on. To where it forces you to feel like you have to hurry up and find the solutions or have solutions and results in that moment. But in true reality, it comes to you naturally. The answers, the solution comes to you naturally. So as you are now, let's say if you're now coming to the point of seeing what's going on in the reality, you're like, okay, this is something happening in myself. That's the only reason why I'm at this job right now. that's that's the only reason why I'm here. That's the only reason why I'm telling myself to work crazy hard. Why am I doing it? So you go inside, you go within, and you see where you found that process in your mind. And that process in your mind, your brain is your memory bank. So you dip into your memory bank. And you're like, oh snap, this is where it came from. It came from this part of my life where I thought that I had to hurry to find a solution and figure things out fast for myself because maybe some people couldn't do it that you knew of. Maybe some friends you talked to felt like they need to hurry to rush their lives. So you're like, oh shit, maybe, oh shoot, maybe I should rush my life. Maybe I should do what they're doing because I wasn't even thinking about that. Now you're in rush mode the whole time because now you think that you have to have the answer right now when life isn't about. And you forget because your inner child is telling you that you're supposed to have more fun and play, but you also had dreams that you really want. And your inner child is over here tugging at you, like, hey. The reason why you don't like this job is because of that thought process that's happening, yeah. But also, we had our own dreams that you're all about. You're like, oh crap. Well, I want to find out what those dreams help me remember. I know it's there. But at the same time as this is happening, you're still at this job. So now you're looking at the job and you're like, okay, well, what if I shift my mindset? What if I don't have to move so fast? Would I still be at this job? Let me try moving at my pace and let me see how that works out for me. So you start moving at your pace. Start moving at your pace when you start to feel your nervous system begin to regulate. You're starting to breathe more. You're starting to pay attention more to your nervous system because you are now learning to see what has been stopping you from going towards the actual reality that you really desire. That's what all your dreams are, your goals, your successes. Your successes. That's where you are right now. It's in your alignment. Success is your alignment. So as you are moving towards this alignment and you're moving with and moving and now you're starting to realize that this current workplace is important. It's moving at your pace. It's bringing you great happiness. But now it's no longer bringing this workplace great happiness because now they're bothered because you're not people. They like it because you're moving at your own pace. So let's say they up and five. They pull you into the office and they're like, hey, we don't like your work performance. Right? And you're like, I'm doing the best I can. But you are. You're moving at your pace. But when you shift your mindset and your perspective because you already were doing that, when you do that, it creates shifts everywhere in your life. It creates shifts. And they'll start small, like the fire of the job. It seems big, but it's a small switch. It's because you need to leave that place so that you can get in alignment with what you really want, for what you are really desiring to have. So instead of looking at this with a sad face for sadness, I mean, you can go through your emotion process, still do that if you need to, because it's important to still process your emotions. And once you do that, find that, you have the strength and energy to get back up and find out and see what source, what God's source universe is telling you that it's in alignment with the truth. So, okay, you get fired. And now you've met your alignment with your dream career. And let's say your dream career was writing music. Let's say it was writing music. So you begin to like, okay, I want source will give you the steps on doing it. A songwriter more than likely writes every day. You look up what a songwriter is if you need to, or you listen to your divine alignment from source to tell you what that is. Let's say if it is songwriting, you start writing the songwriting every day. So my whole thing, and then it brings you joy. So my whole thing is, you want to do what brings you the most joy. What is the most highest level of happiness idea that you have right now, and act on it. Because if you choose to stay at a place or a space within your mind or at a place of work, then that's taking you out of alignment. That's not doing it. So the factory job was mirroring to you what you were taught, that you was programmed in your mind from the matrix, from what you heard outside of you, from what you saw outside of you. Everything outside of you was programmed in your mind, which took you away from your alignment. That place was showing you all the things that you didn't want. You didn't want to be rushed and hurried like in that way. Like you just did it because it wasn't for you. Everything at that place was showing what wasn't for you, but it was also showing the pattern that's in front of your mind. It was mirroring that to you, reminding yourself to be grateful and saying that gratitude of that. It's also amazing. It's like thank you. Y'all was just showing me where it was to work in the whole time. The whole time they were showing me what it was. The entire time it was reflecting that. In my mind, it was saying move faster, hurry, hurry, hurry up. And then that thought process aligned me with a job that I didn't want. And the jobs kept saying, hurry up, move faster, faster. That I want you to hurry up. I want you to get this done faster. I know you can go faster. It was the same thing that was happening in your mind, mirrored out. Your heart shows your alignment. Your heart shows through your eyes the projection of reality. Even your heart was feeling suppressed by that same thing. Your whole body's feeling it. Your heart was like saying to your mind, this is painful. Your heart saying to your mind, we I can't grow in this way. I have to grow in a different way. We have to let this go so that my heart so that we can heal. And then so we can create something new into our reality. Like moving at our pace with ease. And as you have reprogrammed your mind to move at your own pace with ease, it starts to soften up your heart. And now your heart can show you something that your inner child's been trying to show you the entire time, which is this is what makes us more happy. We like moving at our own pace. So um, this is also something that your soul wanted to learn. Your soul wanted to learn this type of way of as well. It so your soul was telling you, hey, I don't think this person is getting it. They can move at their own pace. We're gonna give them like a lesson to learn. So we're gonna send them to this factory job, apply there, so they can learn a lesson. And one of the main lessons that your soul needed to learn was that moving at your pace is the best pace, which is what patience, patience with yourself is important. And everyone's different because everyone has something very special in them, and it requires them to move as they should, as a being of their own. So, whew, it also was teaching you a lesson too. The other lesson that your soul was teaching you in this part was to let go of people pleasing. It wanted you to notice how you were people pleasing and how that could keep adding on to you and how much that can affect your mental health and your heart, your body, your nervous system by people pleasing. By trying to be something for people, places, things, ideas, thoughts, concepts, even beliefs, and more. It would just have you feeling that, but you have to. And it's really teaching you your divine power. It's like, in a sense, as well, to add in as a bonus, is that it's teaching you your power. It's like, dang, if my willpower has capacity to put in work over here, then at this factory job, then I can use this same power, this willpower in me, to put more work in, the same amount of work or more, into something that I enjoy, have fun doing. I mean, perfect alignment. You ask me, that's what it was, to be in alignment. And everything, once you're in alignment, everything flows naturally. Be patient with that flow too. Because again, you are still learning and developing yourself. You're learning how you are moving throughout life. And you don't want to miss nothing. You want to move at your pace. Pace is important. And how you feel is important as well. And you can start writing, whatever you like to do. And one of the things um, that I love suggesting to people is writing affirmations to yourself. Some people call it prayers or anything like that, like whatever religious background. But you can write things to yourself and I am statements. You can write stuff to yourself and I have and I know statements. You can make statements to set the tone. You set the tone. That's how powerful you are. You set the tone in your reality for yourself. Because only person that you control is but you want to step into that alignment with yourself. Know your power. Know how powerful you are. And know that you're not, that people pleasing is going to take you off path. Though you're going to learn things from it, which is why I like to stand by there's no such thing as losses. There are wins and lessons. So as you stand by those, it will take you very far because only thing you're trusting in is like being yourself. And that's honestly your only job. Your only job is to really be yourself. You can't control nobody else. And there's a universal law with that too. When you are manifesting, you are not to control others or block others or hurt or harm others for yourself. Just be yourself and have fun being on. So that is my time for this chat. I wish you all the best on your journey. Come back again for my next one. I wish you the best. Have a great, awesome day. Stay on that high flying this and keep going forward. Thank you.